Okay, back outdoors now. Back outdoors, and this promises to be a little quick one, but also one where I had a mini breakdown, it would seem, or a mini breakup, depending on how you look at it. Anyway, let's get started. Running a shrimp world. Oh, this was just a kind of I don't really know what to call it. I tried to put pins in an idea and never followed it up. So it's just the structure of thoughts. Running a shrimp world, giving them the option to choose whether they want to carry on living or not by placing a suicide device and demonstrating how it works, requires them to be more intelligent than they are. Translates for humans. Imagine a big meat grinder type machine, although this would add an unnecessary fear factor, and ask whether they wish to carry on existing. This is relevant for simulated reality. If they choose no, you have failed. Never mind. Maybe I'll just, if I ever look back at these, I'll remember it. The purpose of life is to enjoy it. I think deep down we all know this, and so morality was created as an attempt to allow this purpose to be fulfilled. Of course, every so often some humans will not be able to enjoy living by following conventional morality through no fault of their own. This does not mean morality is wrong or that the purpose is ill-conceived. Morality aims to maximise the amount of enjoyment experienced by all conscious beings in the universe. I didn't really finish that one either. Basically, I'm not saying morality was actually created by people who thought, we should try and enjoy stuff, let's make morality, but that's kind of what its function should be, and what it is for the most part, I think. And then some people obviously just are different enough that they, oh look, there are some people having sex on the grass again over there, wow, classy. Yeah, but some people just, the way for them to enjoy their life doesn't quite fit in with the way that everyone else's. I was trying to work out why quickscoping / video games, especially FPS ones, made me and other people feel so powerful, like a superhero, and I think it's pretty obvious really, but it's kind of closest to, it makes us feel closest to how we want to, I think everyone wants to be like Legolas or someone in thinking, and that's kind of the feeling you get being able to take on hordes of people if you get really good at it, and it's not hard to get really good at it, I guess. Anyway, life is like a video game and you should approach it as such. I know from my own experience of video games that the satisfaction of achieving your ultimate goal is extremely short-lived, and your time is best spent enjoying the process of achieving these goals. Of course, the goals are nonetheless essential, and so you need big aspirational goals that, once achieved, can be extended or replaced with smaller goals or side quests to keep you occupied and divide your focus to resent insanity and disparagement. Much like you might choose a certain loadout or character type in a video game, you must decide what kind of person you want to be. An archer, a wizard, a sniper might translate to an inventor, a scientist, or an artist. One of the main things deterring me from accepting this metaphor and its implications on reality is that, much like in video games, some people have a serious advantage from the outset. Some people have been playing video games in general longer than you, or perhaps the exact game and character type you want to be for longer than you. And this can be disheartening, especially when you watch them displaying their seemingly unimaginable brilliance in videos. Elon Musk is like Max PX of entrepreneurship, and some people are literally born with better genetics to complete the tasks at hand. In video games, this is most noticeable in reaction time, coordination and strategy, whilst reality favours intellectual advantages. And you know what, I think I still feel this way. I never was as good as I reaped, and I never would have been. But for someone else, perhaps being told to approach their life like a video game where they try to complete as many achievements that are of their own choosing as possible, perhaps they will live a more fulfilling life. And drawing lessons and inspiration from other games I played as a child, I was at first confused about what might be learned from Pokemon, or rather was only confused, and now I'm probably just mildly deluded. I think I realised that you sort of build relationships with your Pokemon, much like you might with a friend. But they were more like pets. But what is a pet if not a friend who is loyal yet dependent upon you? Although these relationships become more and more exploitative and you started to treat them more expendably, and less like beings as the games went on and as you aged. Perhaps this isn't too dissimilar to other relationships. Not all people see pets as friends, of course, myself included, but likewise I would probably make no effort to befriend someone who devotes their existence to religion or anything whose food I put down with one hand and no sooner pick it up again with the other in a warmer, wetter form. While some people will actively seek these relationships out. And boom goes the bipolar dynamite. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I probably something on bipolar, but I was trying to work out if I am bipolar. I've got something, obviously. I mean, I've always known that it's incredibly hereditary, and Mum has it, clinically diagnosed, so with pretty good certainty and good authority. And you know, it's pretty clear I've got something wrong with me. I don't like to think of it wrong with me, but I know I don't want to tackle it with drugs. So that's not going to happen. But yeah, I was trying to work out because I know bipolar is cyclic, and I was trying to work out if I do have bipolar, then what the hell are my cycles, because I was pretty much perfectly happy for 20 odd years, and then all of a sudden I had an extremely long period of not being that way. But I don't want to say I was depressed, because it didn't feel like depression to me, or at least not what I understood depression to be. It felt more like, well, it always felt justified, and I think it still was, but it's justified by the fact that perhaps I was depressed. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it can be self-justifying. I think it was the fact that I didn't enjoy anything meant that I guess that's also a symptom of it, rather than, but yeah, that symptom kind of justified itself. Anywho, either I am bipolar, and for the first, I'd say about 18 years of my life, it just didn't take hold, and then all of a sudden I became bipolar, and then all of a sudden I was cycling in kind of rapid cycles, but I always assumed the ups were as long lasting as the lows. And maybe I was just experiencing, maybe it's not true, maybe I just experienced more lows than highs. But I have noticed that this isn't the first time I've had one of these kind of manic periods of thing, you know what, I'm just going to do it anyway, and then I never quite follow it through. So I think they're quite short-lived. And but the other alternative is that I've just been on the longest low, 18-year low, and maybe I'm set for an 18-year high. 18-year high, and maybe I'm set for an 18-year low. But I don't think that's very likely. I think the most likely one is, or maybe it was just like a small period that I don't know what the real cause of the whole thing was, and maybe I'll dig away out of it, but I don't think that's very likely either. Whatever it is, it's physics manifesting itself in chemistry, manifesting itself in biology, isn't it? And expressing itself through me, whatever that means. And I think we all know what for me means. It's just what's the one? I don't know what epistemological means, whatever. But the one that's talking about words and people playing, or maybe it's epistemological or something. The one that people always use. And I never bothered to look it up. It's just, I think everyone has their own understanding of what me means. It's not as if you say the word you, and then obviously when you go, what does you mean? Then you start to confuse yourself. But it means whatever it means to you at the time. Maybe there's something else that you want it to mean something more. But anyway, I'm going to end it here. Bye.